The only reason why you think your hair is not growing or you're not seeing the length, the growth, is because your hair is breaking way too much than it's growing. Hey you, hey love, welcome to this video. I hope you're doing okay. I am doing fantastic. It is indeed a very beautiful day to be alive. yeah. Now, if you are on your hair journey, you, my sister, are in luck, because today we go back to the basics of the basics. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about hair growth and length retention. These are two things that are very different from one another, and it is important that you understand these two things as early as now, ndio usikuwe frustrated huko mbele. I want to start by assuring you, my dear sister, that hair grows. Let me say that again. Hair grows. Nywele humea. Hiyo ni standard. Hair grows just like your nails grow. The only reason why you think your hair is not growing or you're not seeing the length, the growth, is because your hair is breaking way too much than it's growing. I want to also say this. The speed at which your hair grows is something you are totally not in control of. Hair grows 1.25 centimeters on average a month. This could differ depending on race, depending on genetics, depending on so many other things that you are not in control of. Okay? Yeah? So my hair could be growing at 1.15 centimeters, yours at 1.2 centimeters, the other person's at 1 point whatever centimeters. But hair grows. On average, nywele itamea tu. The speed at which it grows is something you're not in control of, but itamea. Okay? Okay? Now that we have agreed hair grows, let's talk about hair growth. What is hair growth? Truly, what is hair growth? Hair growth, I'd say, is ideally hair coming out of your scalp. Hair grows from the scalp, by the way. Hair does not grow from the ends. Hiyo ni another misconception. Hair grows from the scalp, from the roots. Now, ukiangalia hivi your scalp, when you have a look at your scalp closely, you'll see tubes. No, tubes is not a good word for it. You'll see like tiny holes. That's where your hair emerges from. Hapo ndio nywele inatokea. That's where your hair grows out of. I had mentioned earlier that there's nothing you can do to make your hair grow any faster. You know, ni kama uwezi jifanya urefuke. Hakuna kitu unaweza fanya ati nirefuke. There's nothing I can do to make myself nikuwe 6 feet as a 5.1. But you can create healthy conditions for your hair to grow into an even better environment. Yani ikimea ina feel, oh wow, oh my, huku ni wapi kunakaa vizuri hivi, you know? Yeah? Some of these things include eating a healthy, balanced diet, ensuring your scalp is in a healthy condition, you know, washing your scalp regularly, you know, all those good stuffs. Hydrating is another thing. Hydrating and minding your business, those two goes hand in hand. Hizo vitu mbili hand in hand. Something else is stress management. You're not stressing out your body, you're not stressing out yourself, you know, because stress inakuanga na repercussions. You will see that you are stressed either through your skin and or your hair. Yani generally just having a good healthy body, exercising, you know, those good things, those good stuff. The healthier your body, the healthier your hair. Yes? Now let's talk about hair length retention. Hapa sasa nataka usikize. I need you to be keen. I need you to take notes. Class is in session, my loves. Listen and listen well. Hapa sasa kwa length retention, my dear sister. Hapa sasa wewe ndio bosi. Wewe ndio kusema. Hapa sasa you are in charge. This is something that you have 100% control over. And like hair growth, I had said that you are not in control of how fast your hair grows. There's really nothing you can do about hair growth. You know, there's nothing much you can do. But under length retention, my dear, you have this is on your hands. This is on your hands. Yes? What is length retention? Length retention is maintaining the hair that has already grown out of your scalp, ensuring that hii nywele haikatiki. What has already grown out of your scalp, is maintained. That is length retention. Now this is where, unaona hapo kwa length retention sasa, this is where now you will see that your hair is growing. Hapa sasa ndio utaona, wow, my hair is growing, because you're retaining what is growing. If you don't retain what has grown, you will not see your hair growing. Are we together? Sijui kweli. I hope tunapatana jamani. I hope tunaelewana. If you don't maintain the length that has already grown out of your scalp, utakuwa ukidhani your hair is not growing, yet your hair is growing. If your hair has grown 1 centimeter, alafu ikatike 1.2 centimeter, tunafanya hesabu ya minus the addition. Minus the addition. Kama this is the length of your hair, alafu ikatike hapa, unaona sasa tunafanya nini? Tunafanya kazi ya kurudi nyuma. Tunarudi back steps badala ya move ahead. The biggest enemy of length retention is hair breakage. And don't confuse hair breakage na hair shedding. Hair shedding ni natural. It's a natural thing that happens to hair. Hair sheds. But breakage is a different story. Causes of hair breakage include dry hair. Unaacha nywele inakuwa too dry. You're not moisturizing. How moisturize? Kwa nini how moisturize? Moisturizing is really, really easy. Spray water on your hair, apply a leave-in conditioner, and lock that in with an oil. Imagine, ni hivyo tu. Hiyo ndio kumoisturize. Umesikia kumoisturize? Unashanga moisturize ni nini? Ni hivyo tu. Spray maji kwa nywele, paka leave-in conditioner yako, paka mafuta, shuka twist, shuka whatever utashuka, a protective style, and you're good. Don't let your hair dry out. Don't. Another common cause of hair breakage is too much manipulation. Because why are you in your hair every 2 days? Hey, why are you in your hair every 2-3 days? Let your hair breathe. If you're in a protective style, let your hair breathe after 2 weeks. Usishinde kila siku. Watu umeshuka, umeka hii style, umeka ile style. Hey! Sister, relax. Another common cause of hair breakage ni rough detangling. Because why are you combing your hair? Una shampoo. You are in a bad mood and you're doing your hair. Now you have no patience. Why? Katika utaitaria choo wewe. Another common cause of hair breakage is tight styles. Umeshika nywele, yani umekaza nywele. Hey! Utasaidika aje sasa wewe? Umekaza nywele ati ndio style ikae. You want that style to eat, but the repercussion ni hair breakage. Another cause of hair breakage is heat damage. Damage that is caused from chemicals like dyes, relaxers and stuff like that. Heat damage is caused by using heat on your hair too often. Blow drying your hair too often. Every 2 weeks you want to blow dry your hair. Before every protective style you're blow drying your hair. Hey! And you're not using a heat protectant. You're not using a heat protectant. Una blow dry to direct. Unapasa nywele. Choma ilale. Wewe. That thing will come and bite you in the ass. Nywele itakatika, utakuwa unashangaa nini mbaya. Kumbe you have heat damage. And you didn't know. But now you know because I've told you. Yeah? Now here are some few tips that will boost, things that will encourage your length retention process. These are things that you will be doing to avoid hair breakage. Like we said, hair breakage is your number 1 enemy, your length retention. So here are some few things that you should be doing to avoid the hair breakage. Avoid tight hairstyles. Moisturize your hair. Moisturize your hair. Moisturize your hair. Avoid over manipulating your hair. Avoid using heat too often on your hair. Do protective styles. And when I say protective styles, I'm not talking about hizi knotless wanashuka. I'm talking about doing your hair without added hair. That's another discussion. You need to find another video for that. Something else that will encourage length retention is to trim your ends often so that you're avoiding split ends. Split ends will creep up on you pole, and before you know it, your hair starts breaking. So trim your hair often, trim your ends so that you're avoiding easy split ends, easy knots, on your ends. Something else is to deep condition. Deep condition your hair. Deep condition. Ukiosha nywele, please deep condition your hair. That will encourage your hair ikuwe na elasticity, retain moisture vizuri so that it's not breaking and snipping every time you are manipulating your hair, because iko healthy, iko strong. And it's that simple. Imagine, it's really that easy. Once you start paying attention to those small things, the things that we have talked about, you will see a big difference. There's no miracle. Hakuna kitu ati extra, sijui ati watu wanafanya ndio unaona nywele zao zimemea. It's the small things people are doing, those things that we've talked about. And let me tell you how I know this. Ukiona mse amelock their hair for 10 years na wewe umekuwa na your hair for 10 years open, the length is not the same. Mse amelock nywele yake for 10 years, the locks are long. The locks are long because they're not doing too much, they're not in their hair all the time. They're not doing tight styles. They're not using heat on their hair. They're not doing these things that will cause hair breakage. So the length is retained. The length is there. You see the length now. Wewe mwenye nywele yako iko open, you're doing too much. Wewe mwenye you've had your hair since primary school, it's now 15 years later. Your hair is this length. You're doing too much. It's because you're doing too much. Unashuka back to back. Unafanya vitu mingi. Wachana na nywele ikae tu. My God. Products. Hair products, they'll not help your hair grow. Hair products will help you retain the length of your hair. Products like deep conditioners, leave-in conditioners, oils, these products will not make your hair grow, but they will help you in retaining the hair that has already grown. Okay? Products like oils and leave-in conditioners, those things don't penetrate into your follicles. Penye nywele inamea, they don't penetrate uko ndani, they just sit on your scalp. So products essentially help in maintaining a healthy scalp so that when your hair grows, it's growing into a healthy environment. Yeah? They help in maintaining moisture, they keep your hair moisturized, and that is something that you want for length retention. Products are there to reduce breakage. When you are using a deep conditioner, your hair becomes stronger, so your hair will not snap easily, your hair will not break at the slightest sign of manipulating your hair. Products will also help in maintaining a healthy scalp. So mtu asikuzie mafuta anakuambia ati itameisha nywele, anakudanganya. Mimi nakushow. Mimi nakushow. Products are to be used for length retention, to keep your scalp healthy, to keep your hair stronger, hair that has already grown out of your scalp, to keep that hair stronger, ndio isikatike. Again, kama nywele haikatiki, utaona difference. Nimechoka kuongea sasa. Let's close it off here. I hope you've learned. I hope you've now known the difference between hair growth and length retention, and where you should be focusing on, where you should be doing the most ni kwa length retention, si kwa hair growth. Ngangana sana you maintain what has already grown out of your scalp. That's where the secret is. The secret to healthy and length and all those things that you want, shiny hair, sijui what hair, nini, hizo vitu zote. The secret is in length retention. Ngangana, do as much as possible to make sure that your hair is not breaking, and then you will see hizo vitu zote unataka. Okay. Yeah. I feel like we are now on the same page. I feel like umeshikashika, si ndio? Yeah. Yeah, explain vizuri. So I'm gonna wrap it here. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye. If you have any questions, please write them in the comment section down below, and I'll be happy to answer and address any of your concerns, or anywhere that you feel like hujaelewa vizuri. Okay? Okay. Bye bye. Kisses.